Hey guys, it's Saru, and I do apologize for the lack of content these days. My album had just released not too long ago, and it's been quite an adventure for me. But apart from that, I've been thinking about making this video for some time now, and I thought now is a good time as any to talk about Warlords Awakening. Now, this video isn't necessarily to hype or bash the game, but more so to inform you on my experiences with the team behind the game, and really how sketchy things have been as an experience. Now, if you've seen my Bless Online video, then you know that I'm not here to deter you from purchasing the game or anything like that, but just kind of to let you know the information about the game and what my experiences have been behind it. So to start off, as you can tell by the title being ominous as fuck, I'm not necessarily at a stable point with this game, mainly because of a few points that I'll mention here, and that's all I'm gonna do here. So to pretend that Warlords Awakening is a brand new game is rather a special case for whoever believes that. But in fact, it's a relaunch of a game previously known as Inspired Online, although I'm gonna let that one slide because apparently it was a fake version, and Elite Lords of Alliances, or ELOA. Now, the game is old as fuck, but it has a niche audience, and the one thing that brought me towards the game was the community. I appreciated how hyped they were towards the game, and they were super excited, and even more so now knowing that a launch would happen. I was contacted to become an ambassador for the game, and my first impression was that they just kind of wanted numbers. Now here is where my first point is. They don't really care about who their ambassador is in their program. Sure, that makes sense, where it started as 10, then 20 ambassadors, and eventually so many that anyone that found the Discord would just eventually become an ambassador. That was a little interesting for me. Now, from a marketing point, it makes sense. You want as much noise as you want for the game, whether the audience is small or large. However, the way they were going about it, it was a little too weird for me. Numbers seem to matter, and again, that makes sense. I'm neutral to it, but when a large portion of the existing community are ambassadors to the game now, that gets a little strange for me personally. In fact, shout out to Sticks from MMObyte, who has confirmed in my previous stream here that on YouTube that he even rejected the ambassador status. He told him that he wasn't interested, and eventually they just kept insisting and gave him the status anyways. Why? Because MMObyte is a big channel. It's over 100,000 subscribers, and it is a huge channel for gaming news. Here's my second point, is the way they were marketing the game. Now, I've worked with games as a freelancer for many years, whether it was management or marketing or just customer help. I've seen how it works, but in all my years, I've not seen the type of marketing they were going for. It's almost political. Instead of boasting on how the game is great and what features it has, it just seems to go off the failures of Bless Online in order to promote themselves. What I mean is this: they're constantly stating on how good their servers are going to be and the content is going to be in comparison to Bless Online. But why mention Bless at all? Now, in a marketing world, the idea of manipulation is easy. You state, for example, that one president, album, artist, rapper, whatever the case, is better than the other for a couple of reasons, without any real solid facts or proof of that. And that brings those customers to at least be curious about it. Now that's the idea, to plant your idea in the people's heads. So the idea is simple, to make the customers of Bless Online and those who were super disappointed by Bless Online and make it into a profit for Warlords. It's pretty scummy, especially in a world where developers of all sizes should be supporting one another, but that's a conversation for a different time. Now, if you don't believe me, you can go over to the forums, and it all talks about Bless Online and how they failed and how Warlords will succeed in some aspects. Now, in my mind, I feel like they've talked about it constantly, and that's mainly because of previous conversations with the marketing team or the developers just constantly boasting about how they are better than Bless Online. Now, it may seem like there's a few mentions of it on their forums or Steam or whatever, but for me, it feels like they've done it quite often because that's how the conversations have gone. Now, that brings me to the next point, and that's the fact that the game is 100% a cash grab. Now, I've been sitting silently checking the game, looking at what was different between the versions and previous iterations by other publishers and developers, and it's quite frankly the same shit. Here's my concern, however: in a world where this game has failed 3 times in the past, 2 times if you're not going to count in Spirits, and Spirit, you have still broken my heart. It was actually a good game back then. It was actually a good game. And they were all free to play. You're making the game actually buy to play to an audience that is already wary of the fact that the game may fail. And it's super odd for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe in the development teams, especially small ones, or else I would not have stuck around with Intrepid Studios for Ashes of Creation. And look at it now. And I would support them 100%. However, this is a strange decision for me, as seeing nothing has necessarily changed except the VIP features and some other small things. And in fact, you're charging for a version of the game that has just a different branding. My last point is this: as I don't really want to make the video too long, you guys, the viewers, may have completely different experiences about the game, and I hope you do. Steam is amazing and you guys can purchase the game game, and if you don't like it, just refund it. And if you do like it, keep it. However, these have just been my views and what I've seen behind the scenes and what I've been checking out with the different ambassadors, chatting with different ambassadors, putting our heads together to see what the game is really trying to accomplish. Now, I'm not trying to deter you from purchasing the game. Make that decision for yourself. Who knows, maybe the game will be amazing and be revolutionary. However, the team behind the game is way too sketchy for me, and a lot of the practices that they've been doing is way too sketchy for me. And yes, the developers are listening to ambassadors. I 100% can guarantee they are listening to the ambassadors. They are making quick patches and changes to the game to make it awesome for release. I cannot deny that, and they are great for doing that. You do not see that often, but that's not enough for me. At the end of the day, it's not really my cup of tea anyways, and I do wish the team and the potential customers the best. This just has been quite the experience for me. Anyways guys, thank you so much for the support, and to MMO Byte for the love and support that you've been sending to my channel. A shout out to the community of Warlords. I stand strong to the fact that you guys love the game, you want to see it succeed, and it's a very positive community. I just have to be honest, sadly. Make sure to subscribe for more content and click that adorable bell to know when I upload a brand new video. Share the video around if you think that will help players, and comment below if you have any questions. Let's keep it nice and civil, shall we? And as always, till next time, friends.